Have you ever had an important task to do, but suddenly your brain says, nah, I'll do it later? Maybe it's a big project, studying for an exam or exercising, and instead, 3 hours later you find yourself scrolling through Instagram or YouTube, wasting time. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. The truth might shock you, it's not laziness. Your brain is literally trying to stop you from working. And today we're going to uncover the science behind procrastination and, more importantly, how to hack your brain to take back control of your life. Let's start with a simple but fundamental truth. Our brains are designed for survival, not success. That means your brain is always looking for comfort and immediate safety, not long-term growth. When you face a difficult or challenging task, even if it's clearly beneficial for your future, your brain perceives it as a threat. A key part of your brain, called the amygdala, is responsible for detecting danger. When you step outside your comfort zone, the amygdala activates and sends stress signals throughout your body. You feel tension, restlessness, and sometimes anxiety. The natural response? Your body and your mind start seeking easier, safer activities, checking your phone, watching a video, or even tidying your desk just to feel productive. This is not a flaw. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain is smart. It's protecting your energy and keeping you safe. Another major reason we procrastinate is something called instant gratification. Our brains are wired to crave immediate rewards, even if they're harmful in the long run. Imagine you need to study for a big exam. Instead, you scroll Instagram. Right at that moment, your brain rewards you with dopamine, a chemical that makes you feel pleasure. That reward feels good instantly. The problem is, over time, this creates a dangerous loop. A difficult task appears. Your brain resists. You seek immediate pleasure. Your brain reinforces that behavior. Next time, the same cycle repeats. And just like that, procrastination becomes a habit in your brain. Let me give you a real-world example. Sarah, a college student, always submitted projects at the last minute. At first glance, it seemed like laziness. But when she analyzed her behavior, she realized her problem wasn't laziness at all. It was the instant gratification cycle. Every time a project got hard, she'd pick up her phone instead. Once Sarah understood that her brain was choosing the path of least resistance, she started using the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins. Whenever a thought to start her project came up, she counted to 5 and immediately took action. The result? Her productivity improved, her projects became more consistent, and she felt more in control of her life. Now imagine applying the same technique to your own habits. How much could your life change? Understanding why procrastination happens is only half the battle. The next step is learning practical, science-backed strategies that actually work. One of the most effective is, of course, the 5-second rule. The moment you feel the impulse to do something productive, count to 5 and act immediately. This simple trick interrupts your brain's automatic tendency to resist action. Another is starting small. Instead of saying, I have to work for an hour, tell yourself, I'll just start for 5 minutes. Once you start, your brain usually continues. Small wins create momentum. Rewarding yourself is another powerful tool. Every time you complete a productive task, give yourself a small reward. Whether it's a short break, a coffee, or a snack you enjoy, your brain loves rewards, and this creates positive reinforcement for the behavior you want to cultivate. Also, identifying your triggers is key. Pay attention to the moments when your brain seeks comfort or distraction. Are you tired, stressed, or bored? When you notice these triggers, you can intervene with a plan. Schedule the task, remove distractions, or set up a reward system. Let's dive deeper into the science. Neuroscience research shows that procrastination is linked to the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, planning, and self-control. When this region is under stress or fatigue, your brain seeks shortcuts to conserve energy, which often means putting off difficult tasks. At the same time, the amygdala, which processes fear and stress, becomes more dominant, making the easy path feel safer and the hard path intimidating. Understanding this, we realize procrastination is not just a habit, it's a battle between different parts of your brain. Psychologists also point out the role of perfectionism. Many of us procrastinate because we fear failure or think the outcome won't be perfect. This fear triggers the same avoidance pathways in the brain. Stress increases, dopamine-seeking behavior rises, and suddenly, scrolling social media feels much more appealing than writing that report or starting the workout. The good news? By breaking tasks into tiny, manageable steps, we lower the perceived difficulty and reduce the amygdala's stress response, making it easier to act. Visualization is another underrated tool. Studies show that mentally simulating success can reduce the brain's resistance to action. If you vividly imagine completing a task, finishing a workout, or submitting a project on time, your brain experiences a sense of reward even before the task is done. This primes your neural circuits to follow through in reality. Pairing visualization with action, like starting with just 5 minutes, can significantly boost productivity and reduce procrastination. Let's talk about environment, because your surroundings literally shape your brain's behavior. If your workspace is cluttered, filled with distractions, or associated with comfort, your brain will resist challenging tasks. By optimizing your environment, removing phones, keeping a clean workspace, or creating a dedicated spot for work, you can nudge your brain toward productive behavior. Even small environmental tweaks, like putting a notebook beside your bed to journal immediately upon waking, can create consistent habits over time. Stories help too. Think about athletes, entrepreneurs, or creatives. Many of them battle procrastination daily. The difference is not talent, it's strategy. They design routines, leverage small wins, reward themselves, and structure their environment to minimize the brain's resistance. And you can do the same in your life. Start by observing your patterns, experimenting with techniques, and building momentum through tiny successes. Here's a practical exercise you can do today. Identify one task you've been procrastinating on. Break it into the smallest possible step. Commit to 5 minutes, and give yourself a small reward afterward. Notice how your brain reacts. Most importantly, repeat this daily. Consistency rewires your neural pathways, strengthening the prefrontal cortex's influence and weakening the automatic avoidance patterns. Over time, what once felt impossible will become effortless. Now here's where you come in. If you found this video helpful so far, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next sections, where we'll dive deeper into advanced brain hacks for productivity. And I want to hear from you. What's one task you've been putting off that you'll commit to starting today? Drop it in the comments. Sharing it publicly increases accountability and inspires others to take action. Remember, procrastination isn't a flaw. It's your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. The good news? With awareness, small steps, and the right strategies, you can work with your brain instead of against it. You can train it to seek long-term rewards, override instant gratification, and finally take control of your time. So today, pick one small action. Start. Reward yourself. Notice your progress. Repeat. The journey out of procrastination isn't about willpower. It's about understanding how your brain works and designing your environment, habits, and routines around that science. Stick around for the next videos because together we'll go even deeper into the neuroscience of motivation, habit formation, and peak performance. This knowledge isn't just theory. It's actionable, practical, and life-changing. Start today, take control, and see how small changes can compound into massive results over time.